In the 1930s, as tensions rose across the Pacific, Japan made a bold decision. Instead of matching America ship for ship, they would build something bigger. Much bigger. The Yamato-class battleships were the answer, a symbol of naval dominance. The pride of the Imperial Japanese Navy. And the largest battleships ever constructed in the history of warfare. Measuring a staggering 839 feet in length and displacing 69,000 tons, these ships were the size of floating fortresses. Their hulls were wrapped in up to 16 inches of armor, enough to shrug off hits from any known Allied naval gun. And powering these monsters were 4 steam engines with 12 boilers, pushing out an incredible 150,000 shaft horsepower. Yet, they could cruise at 27 knots fast for a ship of their size. Why build such titans? Because Japan couldn't match the industrial scale of the United States. So instead, they focused on building a few unstoppable ships, each one able to take on multiple enemies at once. To keep their superweapon under wraps, the Japanese Navy shrouded the shipyards in secrecy. Massive fences, canvas screens, and harsh penalties for loose lips protected the project. 2 Yamato-class battleships were ordered in 1936. The Yamato, built at Kure Naval Arsenal. The Musashi, constructed in Nagasaki by Mitsubishi. Later, in 1939, 2 more ships were planned. The Shinana, which was later converted into an aircraft carrier after Midway. And an unnamed 4th ship, known only as No. 111, which was never completed. The Yamato's armament matched its scale. At the heart of its offensive power were 3 triple turrets, each housing a 46 cm Type 94 naval gun, the largest ever mounted on a warship. Each of these barrels could fire a 3,219-pound shell over 26 miles, at a rate of 1.5 rounds per minute. Each turret weighed nearly 2,800 tons, as much as an entire destroyer. Supporting these were 4 triple 155mm turrets for surface targets, 6 twin 127mm guns for anti-air defense, and dozens of 25mm and 13mm anti-aircraft guns, which multiplied over time as air threats increased. Below deck, a small aircraft hangar could house 3 to 4 float planes, launched by catapult to scout or spot for gunnery. As the war dragged on, the Yamato saw continuous modifications. In 1943, radar systems were installed. In 1944, some ineffective guns were removed and replaced. By late 1944, Yamato bristled with over 150 anti-aircraft guns, a last-ditch attempt to shield it from Allied air power. Despite all the effort and resources, the Yamato-class battleships saw little combat. When Yamato was commissioned in December 1941, it became the flagship of the combined fleet. But it missed the Battle of Midway, only serving as Admiral Yamamoto's floating HQ. Because of its immense size and vulnerability to air attacks, Yamato spent long stretches idle. Japanese sailors sarcastically called it Hotel Yamato. The Musashi took over flagship duties in 1943, yet also rarely engaged the enemy directly. Their enormous size, however, made them excellent troop transports, though this exposed them to U.S. submarine attacks, which sidelined them frequently for repairs. The biggest test came in October 1944, during the Battle of Leyte Gulf, the largest naval battle in history. Musashi was the focus of a massive aerial assault on October 24. Hit by dozens of bombs and torpedoes, she finally capsized and sank. The next day, Yamato finally fired its main guns in anger, for the first and only time, striking at American ships 20 miles away. Yet, even then, Yamato was forced to withdraw under air attack threats. It had power, but no place in a world dominated by aircraft carriers. By April 1945, Japan was on the brink. In a desperate act, the Navy launched Operation Tengo, a suicide mission. Yamato, 1 light cruiser, and 8 destroyers were ordered to attack the Allied invasion fleet at Okinawa. No air cover. No hope of return. They went with full magazines, prepared to fight to the death. But the Americans knew they were coming. Codebreakers had cracked Japanese communications. On April 7th, the fleet was met by 400 U.S. aircraft. Yamato took multiple bomb hits, but it was the 11 torpedoes to her port side that sealed her fate. The ship capsized and its magazines exploded, sinking it beneath the waves. Out of a crew of over 3,000, only 269 survived. The sinking of Yamato marked more than just the end of a ship, it was the symbolic end of Japan's naval supremacy. Built for an era of ship-to-ship combat, Yamato was rendered obsolete before she ever fired a shot. Aircraft had changed the rules of war. Still, the Yamato remains a powerful symbol of ambition, engineering, and the tragic cost of war. Thanks again to World of Warships for sponsoring this look at Yamato's incredible history. We're big fans of historical accuracy here at Simple History, and the team at World of Warships builds every ship model from scratch over 6 months of detailed work per vessel. With over 7 million players, you can take command of real historical warships in intense naval battles, all rendered in beautiful detail. Don't forget, use code PLAYWRSHIPS 2018 to get 250 doubloons, in-game gold, 1 million credits, 3 days of premium access, the powerful Campbelltown warship, and a bonus port slot for your fleet.